Confidence is very important, and something that one of my first managers ever told me is it's not what you know, it's how you say it, and it's something that I continue to tell myself day after day. My name is Lauren, and I'm a cloud sourcing lead. What that means is my team is responsible for reaching out to candidates for our open roles within the cloud organization. The 3 top things that a candidate should do when updating or creating their resume is first, tailor your resume to the job description. You want to make sure you're pulling out keywords and key indicators that match your experience to ensure that the recruiters can see pretty quickly the experience that you have that's relevant to the job description. Secondly, do not exaggerate or do not lie on your resume. That probably goes without saying, but anything on your resume is technically fair game. It can be asked in an interview, so you want to make sure that you're being as accurate as possible. My third tip would be keep it concise, keep it short. We definitely want to make sure that we can get all of your experience, but you can cut things out. That's okay too if it's not relevant to the job. What makes a resume stand out for a recruiter or a hiring manager is an organized resume. You want to make sure you have clear headers, it's in chronological order, and you have short and concise bullet points. Some ways that candidates can demonstrate their technical skills in interviews is to talk out their thought process and the answer to the questions they are asked. The process of how you get there is just as important as getting to the correct answer. Some common interview question types are problem-solving based questions, experience-based questions, and also leadership-based questions. The best way to answer a hypothetical question is really just talking through your thought process. You're going to get a scenario, something that you may or may not have experienced before, and your interviewer just wants to see your thought process, how you're connecting the dots as you're talking through your answer. The best way to answer a behavioral-based interview question is really leaning on your own personal experience. This could be a personal experience from a previous job, from school, from a class, and talking through that experience and that thought process. It's very important to ask follow-up questions throughout the interview. First and foremost, you want to make sure you're understanding the question that's being asked. You have a very limited amount of time with your interviewer, and you want to make sure that you're spending it as productively as possible. I think some candidates worry that it's bad to ask questions. I love when candidates ask me questions. I want to make sure that my candidate knows what I'm asking so we can get to the best solution. Workplace skills are absolutely important during the interview process. These are skills that can't be taught. Are you kind? Are you empathetic? How are you showing up? Do you have that eagerness to learn or to thrive in ambiguity? We really want to see candidates that have that self-drive and that self-determination. A candidate can best position those workplace skills just on how they're simply answering their questions, especially in those behavioral questions. Like lean on those examples that show your grit, that show maybe a struggle that you had and how you overcame it. I'm not looking specifically for something that happened perfectly the right way. I'm looking for someone that maybe had to overcome some obstacles to get to the right solution. Candidates hold a lot of power in the interview process. We want you to be successful. We want reasons to say yes. So please show up, be your authentic self, be confident, and show us all the amazing skills that you could bring to the company.